Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's time for the game between Team Great Britain and Team Portugal. We'll kick off the team introductions first with Team Great Britain, representing player number 1, Stuart Hudson. Player number 2, Matt Lopez. Player number 5, Khaled Nanek. Player number 7, Dan Roper. And player number 8, Joe Roper. And then for the people behind the team, head coach of Great Britain, Faye Dale. Assistant coach, Alex Bonney. And staff, Jody Redgrave. And then next up, Team Portugal, representing player number 2, Alexandra Almeida. Player number 3, Fabio Oliveira. Player number 5, João Sousa. Player number 6, João Macedo. Player number 7, Tomás Delfin. And then player number 8, João Aguiar de Sousa. And the head coach of Team Portugal, Timo Laitinen. Assistant coach, Ruben Lionel. And staff, Diogo Correa. Organized referees in this game, Raquel Aguardo and Juha Kuokila. Let's welcome to both the teams and let's have a good match.
Well, a very good morning to you and welcome to day 4, the final day of the IBSA Goalball European Championships Pool B 2021 here in Lahti in Finland. What 3 days we've had. Some incredible results, some amazing play, some scintillating individual performances, and it all comes down to the final day. Lots still to play for. And our first game out of 4 today will be the 5th to 6th place playoff between Great Britain and Portugal. So only the 4 games for you today compared to the relentless schedule these players have been through the last couple of days. So just to remind you, we've got the 5th to 6th place playoff first up. In about 5 minutes' time, Great Britain versus Portugal. We then have the 7th to 8th place playoff between Israel and Italy, which is effectively a relegation playoff. So that's another huge game for these teams. And then we have the bronze medal match, Poland against Russia. Not only are they competing for the bronze medal, but for a place in the Pool A European Championships. And then finally, the last game of these whole championships, the gold medal match, Greece against Montenegro. So lots to play for this morning, and it all starts with the 5th to 6th place playoff. So we're just about 2 minutes away from the start of the final day here at the IBSA Goalball European Championships. Great Britain taking on Portugal. Well, Great Britain, they finished second in their pool. Played 4, won 3 and lost 1. Great Britain's defeat to Poland in their second to last game of the group stages, their only defeat, whereas Portugal 2 wins and 2 losses. Portugal with wins over Romania. Over Israel in what was a brilliant game. It's one of the games of these championships. A very low scoring affair, Portugal-Israel. But Portugal won it 3-2, and it was thanks to a late goal by João Mota de Sousa. So we're just approaching then the start. So it's another crucial day then in these championships. Lots to settle. Some relegation playoffs, some promotion playoffs, along as winning medals as well. And it all finishes with the gold medal match between Greece and Montenegro later on today. So let's just bring you the confirmed starting threes for both sides. For Portugal, we have number 2, Alexandre Almeida, number 3, Fabio Oliveira, and number 5, João Mota de Sousa. As for Great Britain, we have number 2, Matt Loftus, number 5, Caleb Nanivi, and number 7, Dan Roper. Great Britain in the red shirts with black bottoms, throwing from left to right from the officials' table view. As for Portugal, in the green shirts with the white going across the shoulder, the white green shirts and black bottoms. So just about to get underway then this morning. First game of 4. It's the 5 to 6th place playoff between Great Britain and Portugal will get us underway. And Roper with the first block of the morning, and he is the key man for Great Britain. He's had a superb championships. 38 goals for Dan Roper. And he'll be wanting to try and add to that tally. Shatsi Pantu at the moment is the top scorer with 42. There's Caleb Nanivi. I'm sure a lot of people will be excited to see him in the starting 3 this morning. Caleb Nanivi had a brilliant game against Poland in the group stages. Got the goal and caused a lot of problems in that Poland defence. And Roper with the effort there, skidding along the surface. So the final game for both of these sides. It's been a roller coaster of the championships. Great Britain will improve on their 7th place finish in the European B Championships in Poland in 2018. Whatever happens in this game, they finish 7th in those championships, but I'm sure they'd love to win this game and finish 5th overall. It would be a big improvement on that 7th place finish. But the main goal for Great Britain at the next championships will be to try and qualify for the Pool A Championships. They made a really good start to these championships in the group stages, finishing 2nd overall. And they were then paired with Russia in the quarter-finals. And it was a lightning start for Russia, 3-0 up inside the first 90 seconds. And the Great Britain just never seemed to recover from that fast start. And they find themselves in this 5 to 6th place playoff. As for Portugal, Well, they were competing against Montenegro in the quarterfinals, and it was a closer affair. They were leading at half-time, Portugal. It was 3-2, then it went to 3-3. And it was a tight and close contest, and Portugal take the advantage in this one. Fabio Oliveira with the first goal for Portugal, the number 3. After 2 minutes, Portugal take the lead. But Montenegro's class just showed out in the end to win 6-4. Timeout called. Just over 2 minutes gone in the first half. Well, Portugal finished 5th in the Pool B European Championships back in 2018. And so they could repeat that feat today with a win. And Portugal beat Great Britain in the pool stages of that championships in 2018. João Mota de Sousa was the top scorer for Portugal in those championships back in 2018. He is the top scorer. For Portugal in these championships at the moment, with 16 goals to his name. Fabio Oliveira again. Matt Loftus being given the nod to start in the central position for Great Britain this morning, ahead of Joe Roper. Oh, and off the post again, Dan Roper with the effort. They're getting closer, Great Britain. Caleb Nanevi with the efforts. Good fizzing effort that's saved down to the left by Alexandra Almeida, who's playing in the centre, ahead of João Macedo. Dan Roper. Blocked by Alexandra Almeida. Matt Loftus now with a fizzing effort that just bobbles into the path of Fabio Oliveira. Comfortable for Matt Loftus, who's made a promising start in the centre. Here's Dan Roper. Oh, great effort from Dan Roper. It's 1-1. Lightning from Dan Roper, and that is 39 in the championships. He's 1 away from the 40 goal mark. 3 away from Shatsi Pantu. Caleb Nanevi with 2 goals in the championships. I'm sure he'd love to sign off with a 3rd goal. Matt Loftus with 8. 2 for him, and he'd be in double digits. But penalty given away against Fabio Oliveira. And no, Fabio Oliveira, in fact, will throw from the left side. Dan Roper. Comfortable for Matt Loftus again. Oh, an awkward effort that's saved well in the end by Dan Roper on the right side. He will go again. Oh, just deflected into the path of Alexander Almeida. Seven minutes to go. Caleb Nanivi putting everything behind that. It's in! Caleb Nanivi with the strike. A popular scorer for Great Britain, and he's got his third of these championships. It's 2-1 to Great Britain. 6 minutes 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, Great Britain might not be in a position to be promoted to the Pool A European Championship this time, but there's a lot of promise in this side. Caleb Nanivi's another really good talent. Dan Roper, of course, has had a brilliant championships, likes of Loftus and Joe Roper as well, proving their worth to these championships for Great Britain. There'll be opportunities around the corner for Great Britain to get promoted to the Pool A Championships. They did it in 2016, finishing second. Caleb Nanivi. Fizzing effort, comfortably saved by Oliveira, and he returns down the centre. Good block by Loftus. Timeout called, with Great Britain leading 2-1. Back underway with João Mota de Sousa, yet to break the deadlock and add to his tally of 16 in these championships. Caleb Nanivi going cross-field. Oh, the ball just bobbled out of play. Well, Portugal had a tough start to day one of these championships. They were leading against Russia at half-time in their opening game and lost 6-4 in the end. And then they were in a really tough game with Romania. It was one of Romania's top performances of these championships. It was 2-2 for a long period of that game. And a good rally here. Caleb Nanivi going for it. Oh, well dealt with by Portugal in the end. The combination there of Almeida and Oliveira doing the business. And João Mota de Sousa has to play it out to avoid that time penalty. So it will be a ball over back to Great Britain. But yeah, Portugal came out in the end 6-2 winners, but it was a tough game for Portugal. And they gave a good game to Greece, and certainly in the first half against Greece, it was only 4-2, with Greece scoring a late goal before the half-time break. But Greece went on to win that 12-4 in the end. And then they signed off with a really good win against Israel in that tight game that João Mota de Sousa, who's been so pivotal for Portugal's success, he scored a last-gasp winner. Is he going to be a key figure in this 5 to 6th place playoff? Dan Roper, fizzing one down the left. Good save by João Mota de Sousa, and he sends one back towards Roper, and it's blocked out of play. And Roper has his effort blocked. Just an equipment check here for Dan Roper, the number 7. And we're going to get back underway. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock of this first half. Caleb Nanivi from the left. Effort blocked. Oliveira sends it back. It's a really good block from Dan Roper using his legs. It was goal bound. Here is Dan Roper. Oh, and good cover work from João Mota de Sousa. He does score some pivotal goals, but he's also great defensively. Ball over to Great Britain, though. Under 4 minutes remaining. With Great Britain leading 2-1. They were 1-0 down, Great Britain, but they turned it around thanks to goals from Dan Roper and Caleb Nanivi on the right and left. Oliveira, the goal scorer for Portugal this morning. Just with the block. Starting in that central role ahead of Joe Roper this morning. They've been interchanging. Loftus, though, has been favouring mostly to play on the left of the Great Britain 3. Had a lot of success. 8 goals to his name in the championship so far. Is it going to bobble in? It does. It just ricochets off the GB defence, and it's 2-2. 3.5 minutes remaining. Caleb Nanivi with the reply. That's blocked. João Mota de Sousa. Blocked again. Well, João Mota de Sousa has his 17th of these championships. Closing in on the likes of Ivan Antonenko, Marko Nikolic for Montenegro, both on 18, the pair of them. João Mota de Sousa on 17. Scored 18 in the European Championships in 2018. The ball's just flicked over the crossbar. That was close to dipping in there. So I'm sure João Mota de Sousa would love to get 2 more just to beat his tally of 2018. Now, it's been another successful championships for him. Going to the left. Oh, good save by Caleb Nanivi, diving to his left, pushing the ball away. Almeida was thinking of the quick reply, but opted to give it to Fabio Oliveira. Dan Roper on the left. Fizzes one across the court, saved by João Mota de Sousa. Here is de Sousa again. De Sousa launches one towards Roper. Roper quickly to react, and he sends it back to de Sousa, but it's saved. Oliveira will have the chance now. Down the centre, blocked by Loftus. Well, there was some hope that Great Britain could qualify for the semi-finals and beyond, but it just all came crashing down against Russia. It was over before it really started, with 3 goals for Russia in the opening 90 seconds that deflated Great Britain. They tried their best to get back into the game, but Russia just had too much for them. Oh, great save by Loftus, just pushing it around the post. Caleb Nanivi might have had a helping hand in that as well. Equipment check here for Alexander Almeida. But Great Britain will be proud of their achievements, as will Portugal. It's been fantastic to have professional, international quality goalball back after 15 months away. The conclusion of the African Championships back in March 2020 was the last time international goalball was played. It's been so long, too long, but we're back, and it's been a fantastic championships. And despite all the hardship and the difficulties of training in isolation, the lack of training that's been available to both sides in terms of being able to train together due to the pandemic. All of these sides, including Portugal and Great Britain, have put on a great show. And this is an opportunity for both sides to finish fifth, finish in the top half of the overall standings, which would be a great achievement. Under a minute to go. Caleb Nanivi going for that right corner. Nothing to separate these two sides so far. Oliveira down the centre. Loftus pushes the ball away. Ball over to Portugal. Sosa. Long ball given against De Sosa. So an opportunity here for Great Britain just before the break to take a slender advantage. So De Sosa with giving away the penalty. And he's standing in a central position. And it's going to be Caleb Navy. Oh, it's in off the post. Expert pinpoint position from Caleb Nanivi. He's got his second. Oliveira looks to reply. Dan Roper. With a fizzing effort. And for the first time in these championships being outscored, really. I don't think he'll mind too much. He's had plenty of goals, but he'll want to try to get to that 40 mark, see if he can even finish above Shapti Pantu. Caleb Nanivio, what a first half he's had. 2 goals to his name. Matt Loftus in the centre. 5 seconds remaining. This will be the last shot of the first half. And there goes the hooter for half time. And it's Great Britain who have the lead. It's been a topsy-turvy first half. It's swung one way, then the next. But it's Great Britain who lead at the break. Well, a brilliant first half. It's been close between Great Britain and Portugal. Great Britain have the slender advantage, leading 3-2 at the break.
Second half between Great Britain on my left, Portugal on my right. Half-time the score, Great Britain 3, Portugal. Ready, boys.
So just a reminder, Great Britain in red shirts with white numbers and lettering, with Portugal in green shirts with a white strip over the shoulder. And from the officials' table's view, Great Britain throwing from left to right to Portugal from right to left. Dan Roper with the first throw of the second half. It's blocked, it's up into the air, it's over the crossbar. So that first effort from Dan Roper. Close. João Mota. De Sousa responds. And Roper saves. So the last 12 minutes for both of these teams in the championships. They'll be wanting to give it absolutely everything for a chance to finish in the top half of the overall standings at stake.
Look out! 20, play.
Great Britain have had some really positive results in these championships. Arguably their win over Montenegro, one of the best of these championships. With Montenegro going through to the gold medal match, and it was a 8-7 win. It was another classic, and Great Britain now with the opportunity to claim the 5th spot in these European champs. Oh, a nice slicing, spinning effort from João Mota de Sousa. Now Caleb and Anivi to respond. Blocked by Almeida. Been interchanging Almeida and João Macedo in the centre for Portugal, but Alexander Almeida with the nod. Thomas Delphim as well has had a really positive tournament for Portugal. Delphim started in the game against Israel yesterday. Scored as well, Thomas Delphim. Portugal just like these close games, don't they? It's always a very entertaining, highly contested game with Portugal. They were down 4-3 against Israel in the 5 to 8 place playoff yesterday and came back to win 6-5. Oliveira with 3 goals in that one. Timeout called here. 10 minutes to go. Great Britain leading 3-2. Great Britain were involved in a game against Italy in the 5 to 8 place playoff. Again, it was another tight game, and Italy have been one of the real surprise packages of these championships. Great Britain beat Italy in the end 7-4, leading 5-4 at half time. And what was a whirlwind of a first half that was winning by Italy at one point. Then Great Britain hit back. But Great Britain just showed their power in the end. Dan Roper scoring 5 in the end in that game. And Roper with the effort there that just tipped round the post from De Sousa. Sousa. Oh, it's a good block in the end by Loftus that's just carried away. Sousa again, fizzing effort towards the right side, and De Sousa's got his second of the game. It's 3-3. And Portugal are fighting back again. De Sousa with his second of the game, his 18th for these championships. He's level with his 18 goals that he scored in the 2018 European Championships. And De Sousa fires it back at Roper. Dan Roper again. Oh, tip around the post. Just got a slight fingertip on that. Did De Sousa, just pushing around the post. Oliveira. Blocked by Loftus.
Last shot was really good, Kate. Really tested him into fight. A little drip over it. Back into all three of them.
Caleb, lovely shot into 5. If you can do it back to
So just a quick reminder of what's to come then. 3 games left of these championships, and they're 3 huge games. The places 7 to 8 playoff between Israel and Italy comes next. The bronze medal between Poland and Russia. And the gold medal match between Greece and Montenegro, all to come. But at the moment, we're involved in a really good contest here between Great Britain and Portugal, fighting for that 5th place. And both of these sides want to finish these championships on a high, just past the left post. Caleb Nanevi. Here's Dan Roper on the left. He has been brilliant for Great Britain. Oh, and a slicing effort that time. That just curled away into the path of De Sousa. And Oliveira will have the chance to throw back this time. Good block by Roper.
look out.
Caleb Nanevi now on the left side. Launches an attack towards the bottom left, and it's out of play. Lots of support for both of these teams throughout the championships. It's just been brilliant to follow. Lots of support for Portugal and Great Britain from home, watching on the live streams. And I'm sure the support is greatly appreciated by both of these teams. It's a shame that people can't be here. And Jean-Marc De Sousa has 3. And Portugal have turned this game around. It's 4-3 to Portugal. Well, I'm sure if Porter's family and friends are in the hall right now, they'll be on the edge of their seats, because this is another thriller. 3-2. Great Britain were leading at half-time. Portugal brought it back round to 4-3. Portugal looking to repeat their 5th place finish in the European Championships back in 2018. But it's not over. And if these championships have told us anything, it goes right down to the final few seconds. At Loftus with the save, parried to the left. And Roper. Wide of the left post. Timeout called with exactly 7 minutes remaining of the second half. And Jean-Marc De Sousa, well, he has 19 goals now. He has bettered his tally of the 2018 European Championships, where he recorded 18 goals, 19 now to his name. I'm sure he would love to add another and get to that 20-goal mark. Dan Roper currently on 39 goals for the championships. 1 more for him and he hits 40. Well, he thoroughly deserves to hit the 40-goal mark. Brilliant performances throughout the championships for Dan Roper. And here he goes. It's blocked. And it falls into the path of De Sousa. Cross-court effort. Is blocked by Loftus. Caleb Nanevi on the left side. In that right corner, it's out of play. It's an awkward one. And Caleb Nanubi does well just to smother the ball in front of him. And Dan Roper just takes the ball off him. This is mine, he says. And he goes for it, Dan Roper. Just couldn't get past the right-sided player, Fabio Oliveira. João Mota de Sousa comes to that right side and goes through the centre. Comfortable in the end for Matt Loftus. Will Joe Roper get a run out in these final 6 minutes? Oh, an 8. Effort just towards that right post by Caleb Nanubi is blocked, and Oliveira will send one back past the left post. Into the final quarter then, it's Portugal 4, Great Britain 3. Portugal have turned this game around after going 3-2 down at the break. Caleb Nanubi hits back down the centre, it's blocked. Reply from Alexandra Almeida. As for Portugal, will João Macedo get out onto the court? Have to wait and see. Oh, brilliant finish from Oliveira. The power, the precision, down the centre. And Portugal now ease ahead for the first time. There's a bit of breathing space for one of these sides, and it's Portugal 5, Great Britain 3, and Caleb Nanubi look to respond. It's in! It's underneath the body of Oliveira. Great Britain aren't going away. And Caleb Nanubi with 3 to his name. What a performance from Caleb Nanubi. 5 minutes to go in this second half, and still we're yet to be any clearer on who's going to take this 5th spot overall in these championships. Dan Roper on the right. That's the left post. How many times has that happened in these championships where you just think that a team's pulling ahead and then an instant response from the opposition brings it back to a close game? And Great Britain are 1 away from levelling things up. Oliveira, skidding effort across the surface that's into the midriff of Loftus. Caleb Nanubi, he's the man of the moment. He seems most likely to get Great Britain back to level terms. Here's De Sousa. Good save by Loftus, who's performed well in the centre. Here is Dan Roper unleashing one. One final effort for both of these teams. The fitness levels of both of these sides is outstanding. Oh, and it's in. And Portugal restore that 2-goal advantage. And the frustration from Matt Loftus as he beats the surface, and Portugal now have that 2-goal advantage that they're craving. Block from Caleb Nanubi. He looks to respond. A block by Oliveira.
Okay, you got this. Come on, K-Dog.
And the penalty given against Caleb Nanubi. Just a bit too eager to respond there. And now Portugal have a really good opportunity for a 3-goal advantage. It's going to be Alexandra Almeida who's coming to the left side. Caleb Nanubi on the right side of his goal. It goes diagonal. It's a great save from Caleb Nanubi. What a performance from Caleb Nanubi. Even when he gives away the penalty, he saves them. And Great Britain are still just about in this. A really big moment from Portugal that is missed. Sosa on the left side. Fizzing effort. Roper covers and will throw. Leans on the crossbar and gives it everything he's got. Saved by De Sousa. Oh, and a penalty again given away by Great Britain. It's Roper this time, and this could be the opportunity for Portugal to finish the game off. Dan Roper in the centre. De Sousa with the opportunity. De Sousa goes to the bottom left. Brilliant save. 2 out of 2 for the penalty saves for Great Britain. Portugal just can't finish this game off. They could be well clear with 3.5 minutes to go. And Great Britain have given themselves a chance. Well, Portugal will be kicking themselves if they don't win this now. Saved by Roper, but Great Britain still in this. Roper scuttles to the left side and launches one. Oh, brilliant save from Oliveira, just using the sole of his feet to push it round the post. Oliveira slides one past the left post. So substitution here for Great Britain. Caleb Nanivi comes off to a round of applause from his teammates and coaches. A brilliant performance. 3 goals, a penalty save. What a way to end the championships for Caleb. And now Joe Roper will come on for the final 3 minutes. Joe Roper coming out to the left side of the 3. He's been favoured more centrally, but Loftus has that position at the moment. Joe Roper with his first throw. Close to just sneaking into that bottom right corner. So Joe Roper looks to be staying on that left side. Has it in his midriff.
Substitution, Great Britain.
Number 8 in number 4.
Well, Joe Roper has immediately come off. And Caleb Nanivi, well, that wasn't long on the bench, and he comes back on and takes that position on the left side. Dan Roper. Well, ball over to Great Britain. Bit of confusion there for Portugal. 2.5 minutes remaining. Great Britain still have a chance. The goal now would be timely. And Roper has his effort blocked, and he will reply for Great Britain on the right side. Wants to go diagonally towards the bottom right corner, and it's saved. De Sousa. Caleb Navy looks to respond quickly. Well, final 2 minutes, and both of these teams will be giving every ounce of energy they have left. Portugal in command, 6-4, 2 minutes remaining, and they're on course for the 5th spot in these championships. Back-to-back 5th place finishes in the Pool B European Championships is under 2 minutes away for Portugal. Great Britain will finish higher than their 7th place finish, whatever happens.
Official now, the film check.
That's a minute 46. 1 minute. Score on. 6-4. Squeaky bum time for them, yeah?
It's been a delight to follow Portugal and Great Britain through these championships. They've given us some great moments. And one of these sides will take the fifth place spot in the overall standings with a minute and a half to go. Portugal have it in the palm of their hands at the moment. But here is Loftus who replies. A goal now for Great Britain will just make it a nervy ending for Portugal. Here's Oliveira. Could he settle it for Portugal? Oliveira. Oh, just a loose throw from Oliveira. It's it over the top of his head and out of play. Oh, and Dan Roper wants to take charge of this. He sprints over to the right and propels himself forward towards the right corner. And it's saved by Oliveira. Timeout called with under a minute to go.
Focus, yeah? One goal, that's all we need, yeah? One goal. Back centre three.
Quiet, please. Play.
Oliveira. Blocked out of play by Caleb Nanivi, who's been absolutely superb for Great Britain today. 3 goals, a penalty save. Dan Roper with the efforts. Blocked away. "30 seconds remain. Time out with 16 seconds remaining. Loftus down the centre. One final effort for Great Britain with 10 seconds remaining. And Oliveira just throws the ball gently down the court, and it's a win for Portugal. They secure the 5th spot overall in these championships on the men's side of the competition. It's back-to-back 5th place finishes in the Pool B European Championships. Great Britain, it's been excellent showing from them. They finished a place higher this time around, finishing in the 6th spot despite defeat to Portugal this morning. But that brings a close for both of these sides to these championships. Huge congratulations to Portugal, who finish it in the 5th spot. Great Britain end these championships in 6th. So next up, we have the places 7 to 8th playoff between Israel and Italy. It is effectively a relegation playoff. That will be at 12 o'clock local time. Thank you very much for joining us for this one we'll see you for Israel against Italy at 12 o'clock.